Now, good evening, everyone. For any of you I have not had the opportunity to meet yet, my name is Jimmy DeAndre, and I have the honor of being in my first year of serving as principal of Cheltenham High School. And I'm very excited about this event this evening, as we are working very hard to expand our dual enrollment opportunities with some of the colleges and universities in the area to be able to provide opportunities for our students to explore a variety of college courses. And so this evening, you're going to have an opportunity to hear from a number of different colleges that we have partnered with for the upcoming year. And I really appreciate all of the college representatives for making time this evening to come just to speak to parents and guardians from the Cheltenham School District. This is something that our counseling department has been working very hard to build on for our students as they move into specifically their junior and senior year. And so I really appreciate, we have the chair of our counseling department, Ms. Lori Cohen, who is here this evening, and I'm very grateful for all the work that she has done. And I also want to acknowledge the director of secondary education for Cheltenham School District, Charlene Collins, who is here as well. She has also been working tirelessly behind the scenes to make all of this possible. So with that being said, once again, I really appreciate all of you being here. Hopefully you may have seen in the Sunday message, or your students may have mentioned to you, that we had an assembly just for sophomores and juniors on Monday, where they had the opportunity to hear directly from the college representatives and learn more on their own. And then this evening is your opportunity as parents and guardians. Hopefully they've already talked to you if they are interested, and if not, this is an opportunity for you to start the conversation with them. So I'll now turn it over to Ms. Cohen to frame the plan for this evening and talk about how you can ask questions that you may have as we go. Thank you, Ms. Cohen. You're muted.
All right, let's try that again. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. It's really good that we have such a good turnout. We were really pleased on Monday with our students who came and participated and signed up for further interest. We have always worked with dual enrollment, but we are really expanding it. So we're going to take the evening to go through the night with you guys. So I'm going to share my screen, if you could bear with me one moment. I'm going to set this up, slideshow, and share. Slideshow. All right, so here we are. Welcome tonight. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about the benefits of dual enrollments, but the majority of our evening is going to actually be the different reps from the colleges, because they're going to go over some of the unique things and benefits of their program. We have 7 schools that we're going to be sharing information for, so lots of choices for you guys to have. Then we'll give you some just real basic general information, answer any questions, and talk about next steps for you. As you have questions, feel free to type them in the chat. We will answer them either on the computer, or at the end, we can do some reading out of the questions and answer them that way. So let's get started. So one of the benefits of, one of the requirements rather for participation, as Mr. DeAndrea said, is it's for current sophomores and juniors, those who are going to be rising juniors and seniors. Another thing that our students have to be invited is an unweighted GPA of 3.0 or higher. So we started Monday's presentation to our students, congratulating them for achieving that, because all of our college partners have identified that that GPA is the benchmark that they're looking for in order for students to be most successful as a dual enrollment student. So we're really proud of your students, and thank you for encouraging them and supporting them and working with them as we can offer them this amazing opportunity. We also obviously want our students to be on progress and on track for graduation requirements. And we're looking for permission from the school counselor for our students. So some of the benefits of dual enrollment, people don't really understand it if they've never experienced it. What dual enrollment means is that a high school student will be taking a college level course while they are still enrolled in their high school. They will earn credits dually, hence the name, both from the college and from the high school. So the college course will be listed on our high school transcript. It will include the name of the college your student took a class at. It will include the grade that they earned, and it will work towards their weighted GPA. In addition, when you go to apply to colleges, you can request an official transcript from the college itself and send that, so that the applications can be including both high school transcript and a college transcript. This allows your students to really get a sense of college life, give them a head start of what it's like to be a college student while still in high school. Because as we all know, college courses are different than high school courses. Even our AP classes, which are considered college level courses, that's because the curriculum of an AP is the same as a college course, but the structure of the course is still in a high school, whereby kids are in class every single day, they have homework, they have smaller assignments, where as opposed to a college course where they may meet 2 or 3 days a week only, and they will have fewer assignments and more intense focus on projects or tests. So this is a really nice way for a student to ease into the college experience while still in high school. It'll also give your students a chance to take some classes that perhaps we don't offer at Cheltenham High School. I know students in the past have taken things like public speaking or philosophy or Japanese language. So there's lots of options if a student has a particular passion or interest that they can explore this way at a very reasonable manner. Again, we talked about the credits being transferred. Sometimes you can, if you take 3 or 4, 5 dual enrollment classes, your student can be already a full semester or year ahead in terms of college. Some students, that allows them to graduate early. Other students still keep the 4 years of college, but it will allow them to do a dual major or to double major, or it'll allow them to do a minor or something like that. And finally, it's going to look really good to a college application for your student to take a college course as a 15 or 16 or 17-year-old, because it's going to let the college know that your student is able to be a successful college student without any doubt, because they've already been so. So lots of benefits that are there for students. So here are a list of our partners: Arcadia, Gratz, LaSalle, Manor, Marshall, Montgomery County Community College, and Penn State. Marshall is the only one that is out of state, so obviously that is going to be an online class option for our students. The rest of them have a variety of online and in-person options that our partners will talk about this evening. So without any further ado, I am going to pass it on to Ms. Chow from Arcadia, and she can begin.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tran Chow, and I'm the program manager of dual enrollment at Arcadia University. This is our beautiful castle in the fall, the next semester that we are referring to. Next. So I just posted my pictures of my family because it's always good for me to have a face or put a face to a name. And part of the reason also that I'm doing this is because I was in your shoes and I'm still in your shoes at this time. My son just graduated last year. He's a freshman now in college, and my daughter will also be doing dual enrollment in the fall. So the reason why I'm so excited to talk about dual enrollment with other parents is because the things that I'll be talking about are things that I've spoken and kind of advised my children when they were thinking about dual enrollment and thinking about AP classes too. Okay, the best way to contact me is by email or to schedule a Zoom meeting. In any email, at the end of the email,
Sorry.
It's okay. There's a red link, and just click on that and it's connected to my calendar, and you can schedule a half-hour meeting at any time, 2 weeks in advance. You may be able to reach me by phone, but it's not the best way. If I'm not here at my desk, I will not be able to get your call, but if you leave a voice message, I'll get it, of course. Next, please.
Sure. And if I can just jump in, parents, just so you know, this slideshow will be posted online, so don't be all worried about writing down all the information, because it's all going to be available online.
Thank you. So what Ms. Lori Cohen said earlier, I agree 100%. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful opportunity for our students to take dual enrollment, not only because of the cost and because of the skills that they'll develop, but another thing that we have to kind of temper that enthusiasm with is the fact that they are very, very busy kids. My kids were busy. I'm sure yours are as well. So when I talk to parents and when I talk to students, I always advise them that they should weigh, I guess, the benefits of dual enrollment with the time that they have, because they're so busy with so many extracurricular activities and schoolwork that sometimes they may be very motivated and they are academically able, but they just don't have time. And so when you talk to your children about their decision to take dual enrollment, I hope that they can think about what schedules they have in the fall and just make a good informed decision about their ability to complete a college course, because it is very different from AP. AP will give them the content, but a dual enrollment course on campus will allow them to just experience fully what college life will be like. Next, please. Another thing that you have to consider is whether or not the credits, wherever you go for dual enrollment, whether those credits will transfer to any future universities that they'll take. Most of the time they will, but for some universities, they don't take AP scores or dual enrollment credits. So for example, Swarthmore specifically states that, but Westchester does. So look at the universities where your children will like to apply and see if the credits of wherever they're attending for dual enrollment will be transferable. Okay. Next, please. This slideshow or this slide has all of the pertinent information in terms of the semester dates. And for Arcadia dual enrollment, the students are able to take any 100 or 200 introductory courses as long as they fulfill the requirements. And some of the 200 level courses have prerequisites, meaning they had to have finished certain courses before they could take them. Those prerequisites can be fulfilled by AP scores, maybe 3, 4, or 5, or if they've already taken another dual enrollment course at another university, that may also fulfill the prerequisites. And what Ms. Cohen said earlier about one of the benefits is in terms of finance. It's very true. There is an 80% discount for dual enrollment at Arcadia. And you can see it's $470 for a 3-credit course and $626 for a 4-credit course versus thousands of dollars for one of those courses when they take it on campus in the future. For students who are taking classes on campus, there is an instruction sheet specifically for them. It shows them how to select courses on our online course catalog. Some dual enrollment students from Cheltenham are returning students. And if that's the case, they have a simple sign-up sheet to tell me what courses they want in the fall. They don't have to reapply online. And the deadline is May 15th. Next, please. So orientation, there is an on-campus orientation starting August 24th. After students apply, they need to provide both their transcript and also the parents' permission form. And then once I get all of that paperwork, I'll admit them to the program. They'll receive their Arcadia credentials and everything like that. Then they can sign up for orientation. But if their class starts on the 29th, then they can have orientation on the Monday on the 28th. So think about your summer plans and please be back by August 24th or the 25th in order to attend orientation. Our fall semester starts on August 28th. Thank you. Next. So when they are Arcadia students, they have access to all of the facilities that any students at Arcadia would have. And they can get their ID. Their ID will allow them to enter any of our facilities after 5 o'clock and on the weekend. We have a beautiful new athletic center with a gym and a pool. We have a great library that the students can use to study. And it doesn't have to be for their dual enrollment course. Also, the writing center, if they're writing their college essays, they can sign up to get help from the brainstorming process to the very end process. And I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I've received from students about their support network. Some may not have all of these support networks. And if that is the case, I hope that they can come to Arcadia and join our community, because I've been here for almost 12 years. And one of the reasons is because we support our students and we advise our students very well. And I'm kind of biased, but that's how I feel. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And I do see 2 questions that we're going to save those till the end so we can keep moving here. So the next school up is Gratz College, and I'm going to pass that off to Allie.
Thank you, Ms. Cohen. My name is Allie Resnick, and I'm the Director of Strategic Partnerships and Recruitment at Gratz College. So great to see so many people here tonight, and excited to share a little bit about our dual enrollment program. We have run dual enrollment courses for Cheltenham students in the past, so we look forward to sharing new courses with new students. So Gratz College is located in Melrose Park, Pennsylvania, and we were founded in 1895, so we have been around for a while. We are the first independent pluralistic college of Jewish studies in North America. And we today our programs are largely graduate programs. Our biggest program being in our education department. We have a Master's of Education, a Doctorate of Educational Leadership, and our flagship program that really has a global reach is our PhD in Holocaust and Genocide Studies. So you'll see some of that sort of reflected in the course offerings that we have for your students. So with Gratz, you can take up to 6 courses per year, and all of our classes are 3 credits. While we are located very nearby, all of our courses actually run entirely online, and they have both synchronous and asynchronous components. So a class may have 1 hour a week where students are meeting synchronously, and then the remaining coursework is done asynchronously. And each of our courses are $300. Next, please. So our traditional fall semester starts August 30th and runs through December. Your students will have until June 19th to complete our application, which is a very simple process. We have a registration form, and Ms. Cohen will share that link with you. So it's a brief registration form to fill out, and then we ask for the high school transcript and a teacher recommendation as well. I'll also add that I'm stepping in tonight for Dr. Dina Mabin, who is who presented on Monday for your students, and she oversees the dual enrollment program, so she will be the person that you can get in touch with to get the questions answered that you need. Next, please. So I just wanted to preview the courses that we're offering this fall. We're really excited about this course, African Americans and Jews, the Margins and Mainstreams of American Life. We have partnered with Lincoln University, located in Westchester, a local HBCU, to be able to design this course. And we have professors from both of our colleges that will be working together, bringing in speakers from the outside as well to really have a robust course discussion on this topic. And as you'll see, our dates are TBA with that, but students will still be able to register for the course. And by June 1st, you'll know the specific dates and times of the course. Next, please. The other course offerings we have are Hebrew language. So students can sign up for Modern Hebrew. And something I think I mentioned this earlier, but with the previous course, students will meet 1 hour a week, and then they have additional coursework that they will do asynchronously. With Hebrew, there are 3-hour synchronous hours because of the language component. Mekinah is the preparatory course for Modern Hebrew. So if your student does not know how to read Hebrew phonetically, they would be asked to take this course in advance of Hebrew 1. They can finish it, it's self-directed, can complete it in as little as a week. They can take 2 weeks to do it, but that would just be in addition to Hebrew 1 if they are completely new to the language. Next, please. So also just wanted to share what other courses students can look forward to if they like what they participated in. And the fall, the spring, we're going to be offering the next level of Hebrew, Introduction to the Holocaust, Anti-Semitism in the Modern Jewish Experience, and an American Jewish History course. So as I mentioned earlier, if there's any further questions that you have, Dr. Mabin's contact information will be right here, and she'd be happy to share any further information that you need. But we're really excited to continue our partnership with Cheltenham, as I said before, and work with your students. I think something also unique about their participation in these courses is that they may be in the courses with students from other school districts, as well as graduate students as well. And again, people tuning in from across the country and maybe even across the world. So thank you so much for your time tonight, and I look forward to having you at Gratz.
Thanks. LaSalle will be our next one. So I'm going to pass it off to Jean.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be with you all tonight. I'm Jean Landis, Director of Dual Enrollment Pathways at LaSalle University, just a little bit down the road from Cheltenham. I currently serve about 400 dual enrollment students, all taking LaSalle courses. Next. So tonight, I'm happy to introduce to you Transformation Scholars. Rising juniors and seniors with a minimum GPA of a 3.0 have the opportunity to earn up to 12 credits over 4 semesters, taking 1 course each fall and spring. They'll travel to LaSalle's campus and take courses with other college students, learning from LaSalle faculty. Your students will learn how to navigate the rigors of college, something Ms. Cohen was talking about, and boost their time management skills, learn how to communicate with professors, and really gain that self-confidence they need for success. Your students will be very well prepared before they enter their first formal year of college. Next, please. LaSalle's first fall semester is 16 weeks long. It begins August 28th, just like Cheltenham High School will begin that week as well, and will finish on December 15th. I'm sorry, yes. They will choose from a variety of classes, which I'll give you a little sample in a moment. They'll pick 1 course for the fall semester. Tuition is $645 per course, and that's 1/5 of LaSalle's per tuition rate. Transformation Scholars also will be given a $50 voucher towards the cost of textbooks each semester. Next, please. So I wanted to show you some of the courses that students will be able to choose from. As you can see, there's a variety. Ms. Cohen talked about speech class or public speaking. That presentation skills for business is a public speaking course that's very popular with students. We have a lot of psychology courses that are also very popular, criminal justice, education, sociology, lots of variety for students to think about. Our courses run typically 3 days a week for 50 minutes or 2 days a week for 75 minutes. Your students will work with their counselor to see which course really fits their schedule best. These courses will fulfill graduation requirements at LaSalle and will transfer to most colleges. With each course they successfully complete, they'll earn 3 college credits, and these courses, credits, grades will all be recorded on their LaSalle University transcript. Next. So we like to remind all of our dual enrollment students that they are LaSalle students. They will also come to an orientation prior to the fall semester. They'll have dedicated advisors to connect them to campus resources, help them tackle technical difficulties, answer any questions they may have. We have subject and writing tutors, as well as academic workshops through our Center for Academic Achievement. Our library is also open and available to all transformation scholars on evenings and weekends. And as Ms. Chow said, they can, they don't have to be doing LaSalle work. It's just a nice quiet place where they can work on their own or in group settings. We have lots of different rooms within the library for that. We also encourage our transformation scholars to be a part of our community, come to our events, feel what it's really like, come to those open houses, family weekends, basketball, soccer games, wellness Wednesdays if they're on campus, all of those sorts of things. And transformation scholars who choose LaSalle as their college of choice are eligible for scholarships. So students who earn or complete 6 credits will receive $1,000 renewable scholarship, and students who complete 12 credits are guaranteed admission to LaSalle and will receive a $2,000 renewable scholarship. Next, please. So this is my contact information along with the 2 academic support specialists who work with me and who support our dual enrollment students. There's also a general mailbox, dualenrollment@lasalle.edu. Just an easier sometimes email to remember. I've shared with Ms. Cohen the link for our application. Our application deadline is May 15th. And as some of the others have mentioned, it's a pretty simple application. Students will share some contact information. They will upload their high school transcript, and they'll include a permission form that will be signed by themselves, the student, a parent, guardian, and their counselor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. We're going to talk about Manor. I don't believe our Manor rep was able to make it tonight. He was hoping to come in late, but I don't think so. So I'll talk a little bit about Manor for him. Manor College is located in Jenkintown, so it's a real close drive also for our students. They are charging our students $100 per credit, so it's a $300 for a 3-credit course. You can choose online classes in the summer, or there are online and in-person classes available to students in the fall. Here's their email information, and if you click on this link, it will take you to the courses that they offer. This summertime, they are hosting what they call their Blue Jay Academy. It's for all students who are over the age of 16. They can earn up to 12 college credits this summer, and that can be used towards either their associate's, a two-year degree, or their bachelor's degree. And again, a link with all of their information. They will allow, And that's it for Manor. I'm going to defer now to Michelle for Marshall.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Michelle Biggs, and I'm the director of the Hurd Academy at Marshall University. So we're in Huntington, West Virginia, so a little further than the other schools. And like Lori said earlier, the classes that students would take would be totally online, asynchronous. And if you go to the website, the link there, it offers all the classes that we have. We recommend students take up to 2, no more. It just depends on the student. We think 2 is a good amount for students to take per semester. Students can also take them in the summer. even graduating seniors can still take classes, summer classes in our summers A and B term for that reduced rate of $25 a credit hour. And we have a variety of classes that students can take in to transfer to other universities. General classes like, your composition, English, some foreign language. But then we also have a lot of classes that can be some of those intro classes for a student to figure out what they want to major in. We have intro to cyber forensics, communication disorders, a lot of business courses that students can take just to kind of, that can count possibly as elective at a school if they choose not to do that major, or really for a very reduced rate, find out if that's what they want to major in when they go to their college. And so we work with the students individually for the classes that are right for them, whether it is those general education classes, or if it's classes that might want to kind of dip their feet into the water to see if it's something they like. All of our students do have access to online resources like our writing center and tutoring. And then also our director of online engagement works with the students to make sure that they have what they need. And like I said, on here it's for a 3 credit hour course. It is $75. So it's $25 for a credit hour. So if a student, we have some science courses that are 4 credit hours. So then, but it's a great deal. And we love working with our online students to get them engaged, to make sure that they are being successful. Next.
Thank you. We are now going to hear from Montgomery County Community College and Tori.
Hi, like Lori said, I'm Tori. I'm a dual enrollment coordinator from Montgomery County Community College. Next. Okay, so we'll do a quick overview. Beginning in fall of 2023, our tuition for dual enrollment in any shape or form is $209 per course. So that means whether you're taking them fall or spring, in a daytime class, a summer class, a night class, whether you come to our campus, our Bluebell campus is about 20 minutes from Cheltenham, so relatively nearby. And the online classes, whether they're synchronous or asynchronous, that's all part of that, regardless of how your student is interested in taking a dual enrollment course. It's all going to be $209 per course. Next. And as far as what classes can be taken, any class that your student is interested in for which they meet the prerequisites. So whether those are gen ed classes or more like major specific, the entry level classes to those majors, whatever they are interested in, because we treat our dual enrollment students like college students. Once they apply and start signing up for their classes, yeah, they can take the classes that they're interested in. Next. Some kind of unique opportunities that Montco has as a community college, where we have a lot of really tech heavy majors, some of those being health technology, sound recording technology, biotechnology. We also have a really popular hospitality institute, and we also offer certificate programs in addition to the degree track. Next. Like I said, once you're a dual enrollment student, whether you're taking classes on our campus or online, you have access to everything. So your student, if they're taking a dual enrollment class with us, they can come to our campus, not only to take the classes, but to use our libraries, to use our tutors, they can participate in any clubs and activities. We have 24/7 tutors, we have 24/7 mental health support. That's all available to our dual enrollment students as well. Next. And also, I know there were some questions popping up, which I'm sure Lori will kind of answer about how credits transfer, but most of the time you can Google like credit conversion tool, whatever university you're looking at, credit conversion tool, Drexel University, and things will pop up where you can type in what college you're getting the initial credits at, and then into the transfer, and you could type in exactly what class and see how it's going to transfer in. You can do that for most schools, but these are some of the schools that Montco has articulation agreements with. that can mean a lot of things. Sometimes it means if you get an associate's at Montco, it transfers right over. Sometimes it means they accept the majority of the credits. Sometimes it means that they have certain discounts or scholarships offered to Montco graduates as they transfer into a four-year university. So this is changing all the time, but it is live on our website if you're ever looking for a certain college and how a degree from Montco or credits from Montco would transfer in. We have breakdowns for all of that. And also, I just want to kind of make a point that while the 3.0 is a great guideline, because a lot of college classes do, as part of the prerequisite, require you to have a 3.0 or, you know, around that grade. We know at Montco that it is possible that your GPA a student's GPA could be slightly lower than a 3.0. But for instance, they want to sign up for an English class and they have a history of straight A's in English. That's something that we're willing to work with students on as well. So there is a little bit of wiggle room on our end as far as what qualifies students to take different classes. Next. Everything that you need to know about dual enrollment at Montco is at this website, mc3.edu/DE, dual enrollment. Everything's there. You don't even have to remember the email if you want, because there's a little button on the website where you can contact us. But if you do choose to email, I will be on the other end of it. So I'll be happy to hear from you. And we don't have any deadlines per se for application. So it's just before each class session starts. So our summer sessions start May 15th. If you're registered by May 14th, great. Our fall classes start at the end of August. If you're registered before the first day of classes, you're good to go. And I think that's it for me.
Yep. Thank you. I'm going to talk about Penn State because the rep Matt was not able to join us tonight. So Penn State Abington is about 10 to 15 minutes away from Cheltenham High School. They have a large number of courses that are available. These tend to be courses that their beginning year freshman students often take. So they have identified their beginning courses that many freshmen are interested in, and they offer it to our high school students. It is open again to juniors and seniors. Classes at Penn State Abington are in person. They will be sitting in classes with other Penn State students. So it's not just high school students, but they will be in courses with college students. Like most of the schools have said, they will have access to all of the campus facilities at Penn State Abington. They will get their own Penn State ID and a parking pass. They can do the tutoring centers, the writing centers, the gyms, and so forth. There are some classes in the summertime that are online, but the majority of classes for the fall are in person, and here are the registration dates. If you are a rising junior, you need to complete a form, you need to submit a high school transcript, and current sophomores, rising juniors also need to submit a letter of recommendation from the counselor. If you're a rising senior, you just need to do the enrollment form and submit the high school transcript. The cost of Penn State for our students is $912 per course, which is at a significant discount from what they typically offer. And there is the contact information for Penn State if you are interested. Okay. So just to go over again, some basic information. The college and the name of the course you've taken with the grade will appear on your high school transcript, and it will factor into your GPA as an AP level class. So it will boost your weighted GPA. You can start in classes this summer, or you can wait until the fall. If you want to schedule a course during the fall, during the school day, we ask that you first meet with your counselor to make sure it will fit into your schedule before you commit to it. If the course is after school or in the evenings, you can enroll immediately after notifying us, because we would not necessarily have to build that into your 7:30 to 2:30 schedule. However, even if you are taking a class in the afternoon and you feel like you might need some time to really focus on it and work on it, we can build in a dual enrollment class on our fourth block, either one semester or 2 semesters every other day, to give you some time to really focus on the college level class. But if it's going to be a class that's at, say, 10 o'clock, we do ask that you meet with us first to make sure that it will fit into your schedule. Okay, so that's all for our basic presentation. I am going to look at some questions and answer them. I am also going to put in the chat for everybody. It was in the letter that was sent home, emailed home to you today as a reminder for this meeting. So hopefully you got that. But this is a document that I have put together with all of the information about enrollment, all of the information about classes that you can take at each university, contact information. So this is a really good tool. This document that I just posted in the chat, along with the slideshow, along with a recording of this presentation, will all be posted on the counseling website tomorrow. So if you can't remember what someone said and you want to go back and review it, it will be there for your availability. So I do see somebody asked about Drexel University. They will take AP credits and some dual enrollment courses. Right now, they do not have a program working with high school. We did reach out to them because they are close, but they said that they're working on developing something. So hopefully in the future, we can add them on as a partner. Question is, how do we find out which colleges accept credits? I believe that somebody answered that already, but basically you can go to Google and type in credit transfer tool Drexel, and it will let you know which schools. And very often they even have these specific classes that they will show you. Another question is, are classes at Cheltenham required if your student has enough credits to graduate? So most of our students end up graduating with more credits than the minimum that this is required to earn your Cheltenham diploma. Colleges expect that high school students will have more than the bare minimum. So we absolutely encourage you to explore some interests, whether it's dual enrollment or at Cheltenham itself, to see what you might be interested in, try something different that you haven't done so far. But if you wanted to talk about that, you could have an individual conversation with your counselor. The question is, would Penn State Abington Stat 200 elementary statistics course be equivalent to a Cheltenham student taking an AP Stat class? So typically the AP courses are the first level statistics class. So I do believe that is probably Penn State's first basic statistics course. So yes, that would be the equivalent. The thing is, however, you would need a certain score on an AP test versus you would just need to complete the course at a college with a grade of C or better, and those typically are transferable. What are the maximum credits classes a student can take? Ms. Collins or Mr. DeAndrea, do you have a sense on that? I don't think we've set a number on that right now.
Thank you, Ms. Cohen. So in working with counselors, there's not any set maximum. It's a matter of making it fit in the schedule and making sure that students meet the requirements for graduation. But we know and we encourage students to really, if they know what they're thinking about in the future or want to have a foundation of, for example, general education credits that will apply in college, they can work with their counselors to develop a plan for, if they're sophomores, what they would like to do over the next couple of years.
Thank you. Another question is, students are responsible for their own transportation to each of these programs? At this point, the answer is yes. However, remember, many of these classes are available online, so you could do that. And we have had many kids walk to Arcadia to take classes at Arcadia. So if transportation is an issue, you can consider Arcadia, or you can team up with a partner, a friend who's taking the class, or you can look at an online option. Okay, I did answer that one. If my son wants to become a motion designer, what college or university can you suggest? I'm going to defer to the reps to see if any of you have a program that you would recommend or a course that you would recommend for a motion designer.
I would I'm not familiar with that major, but what I would recommend is you look at a college that you're interested in and then put in that major, see if that program is good for that major, and then look at the, each college will have a kind of curriculum that they have to complete in order to fulfill the requirements for a degree. So type in motion designer to whatever college your student wants to go to and see what courses they have to take.
Thank you. Mr. DeAndre, I'm going to defer to you on this one also. Can the college course replace a CHS class in terms of credit requirements so they can replace a course rather than add on an additional course?
Yes, and so I wanted to go back to the previous question as well. So when students have particular interests, for example, in becoming a motion designer, I really encourage them to schedule an appointment or stop by and see their counselor during community lunch and have a conversation about their interest. And then they and the counselor can work together to look at opportunities to not only take classes now, for example, like digital art or things that may help them in moving in that direction, but also look at what opportunities are available for after they graduate in terms of a post-secondary option. In terms of receiving dual credit for a course where you receive credit at the high school and credit at the college, that is absolutely an option. One of the things that we will be doing prior to the start of the semester in the fall is asking all students and their parents or guardians to complete a form indicating whether they want that course to be for dual credit or they do not want the course to be on the high school transcript and just be on the college transcript. I think most students may choose to have it count for dual credit, but again, that's an option that students and parents can decide working together.
I actually think also the question meant, could they take a course that's a graduation requirement?
Yes, so that's what I was referring to in terms of the dual credit. Sorry if I wasn't clear on that.
Okay.
So in working with their counselor, if it is a course that we can fit in their schedule and that the college has available, then yes, that absolutely could count as a graduation requirement.
Thank you. Does MVP offer dual enrollment courses? MVP is our online program through Montgomery County IU, and no, they do not offer dual enrollment courses. These courses considered as the additional courses on top of the dual. Daniel Found, I'm not quite sure I understand your question. Does anyone else understands that? These courses considered as the additional courses on top of the dual program courses.
I think that's
So-
what, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think it's what you just explained.
Right. And so, and I think I can tie that in with a future question I see coming up as well. And that absolutely, we will work with students and do our best to try to adjust their schedule so that they can take the course. In most cases, what's going to work out best for students is to schedule either a class first thing in the morning and then have a delayed arrival to school, or at the end of the day and then leave, whether it's after lunch or leave at the end of third period. Occasionally it may work out. We do have students who go over to Arcadia, for example, for the second period block. But I would say in many cases, if it's not an online course, that's going to be challenging just because of when we have modified schedules or the transportation back and forth with traffic and things like that. But absolutely, if a student's taking a dual enrollment course, then we will work with them to reduce their course load here. There are sometimes students and that it's occurred here. And then I think many of you know, this is my 10th year as a principal, where students want to take additional courses in addition to all that they have in their schedule here. And obviously that's a conversation they would have with you as their parent or guardian, as well as their counselor, because we want to make sure they're supported and have the opportunities, but also we don't want them to be overwhelmed.
Right. And with community lunch, that probably does open up a little more flexibility for a second block or a third block time frame because of that extra hour. So we certainly encourage your students to look at the course guides, pick the class, and then talk to their counselors to see how we can make it work for them. When can they start meeting with counselors regarding developing course of action? So there is actually this QR code here that we're asking students to scan. It's only available to students with a Cheltenham email addresses. So parents, please don't fill it out for your child. It probably won't even let you log on with a different Gmail account, but have your students scan this. So far, just so you know, we had 106 students as of this morning that have scanned and entered that they were interested. Then we will start meeting with our students as counselors as early as tomorrow and into the next week or so, because we do know that some of these deadlines are May 15th. So we really need to get started working on those schools. My student is turning 16 in the fall. Does this prevent them from taking a course in the summer? Reps, can you address that one?
Dual enrollment at Arcadia is open to students starting in the fall of their junior year. It doesn't take into consideration their age.
Thank you. I know that
LaSalle is the same.
is the same. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Tori, are you here?
Yeah, Montco is 15,
That's what I thought.
15 unless they have a special recommendation.
Perfect. Thank you. I mean, if he or she can take English 101, et cetera, on top of the dual program classes, well, that would be part of their dual enrollment class if they chose to take an English class at a college. So 2 questions about if a student is taking classes at Eastern, is a dual enrollment class feasible during the day? During the day could be a little bit of a challenge, but we're always up for a good challenge. So it's not a no, it's not a yes. It would just depend on the course and the timing and what the other requirements your student would need. So definitely have them work with their counselor and try to make that happen for you. And thank you. We appreciate your support. We're very excited about this program and starting it. Like I said, we've always had dual enrollment students, but we've had a very small number taking classes. So we're really hoping to boost the program up this year and get lots of kids involved and so forth. So make sure your student is scanned on this if they haven't already done so. We'll hang around for another minute or so if you have any other questions, but I understand there is a NFL draft happening tonight and some people are very excited. So I'm guessing many of you will have to jump off for that.
And I can also, while we're wrapping up, if there's no additional questions, I just want to thank again all the college reps for making time to be here this evening and specifically doing this for Cheltenham High School and the students here. And I also want to say that I know this is a tremendous amount of information. And so please do not hesitate to reach out to Ms. Cohen or your child's counselor if you have questions or want to talk through in more detail what the options are. We're really excited about having all these options, but we also know that it can be a little bit overwhelming on the front end.
So the question is, if a student takes English 101, do they still need to take English 11?
So English 101 could count for one of their 4 English credits, and working with their counsel would be determined what that counts for. Many students in 11th grade will take AP English language, which is equivalent to English 101 or the first English course at many colleges. And then at a number of schools, the second English course is equivalent to the AP English literature course that our students often take in 12th grade.
Tony, you said the scanner doesn't work. Are you using your Gmail from Cheltenham? It's only going to allow Cheltenham Gmail accounts to scan. If it still doesn't work, you can just email your counselor and let them know. But as long as you scan it and use your Cheltenham email address, it should work. Otherwise, I'm going to reiterate Mr. DeAndrea and thank our reps for coming and wish everybody a great night and really take this seriously. Again, that Google sheet that I shared has links to all of the course description guides from each college, as well as the specific instructions each college has for enrollment. The recording will be posted on the counseling website. We have added a dual enrollment section on the counseling page. So this recording will be available there tomorrow morning.
And once again, thank you to Ms. Cohen for being here, as well as Ms. Collins, our Director of Secondary Education. We hope all of you have a wonderful evening, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you have additional questions.
Absolutely.
Thank
Have a
you,
great
everyone.
evening.